Why does Mandis suck, Joan?
That's just wrong.
So, who is this guy? He is telling me that I'm a terrible person because I apparently have not been responding to him on the super text line. And he wanted like a Mamdani update. And I mean, he's still the mayor. And
I actually have a slight update for him.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe moved out of New York to Italy. That's how bad New York's going to be.
Did he? William Dafoe?
He has left New York for a rural farm in Italy. Well, he will have sheep and goats and chickens.
Hey, good for him.
And
that sounds lovely.
It's not a real, let's be honest, it's not a real farm unless you have...
Well, he's not planning on eating the animals. He just wants to give them a nice life.
Is he going to ride that flying skateboard that he had in Spider-Man?
I know he had Mark Ruffalo out there, which we don't like.
You know what? You know what would be great?
If he could keep him there?
If he could keep him there.
Yeah.
You know what?
Build him a pen.
If Ruffalo is out of the country, pull his passport. Do you know what sucks? I got a potty mouth today. Do you know what's terrible? Like, Mark Ruffalo, one of my favorite movies he stars in. And it's hard for me to watch it now because I know how much of a jerk he is.
I know.
So...
I can't believe how much of a jerk he is.
Famous words of Elvis Presley, I'm just an entertainer.
Yeah, you know what? But whatever. Listen, it's America. We are all entitled to our opinion. All right, so here's that. I need that little sound effect, Sam, if you could. Joan, you know what that is?
That's a scraper.
No, that's a broom. Clean up an aisle Mandis.
Oh.
So... Although that could be an ice scraper, too. I heard when... This is why I really do suck. Not because I don't... I didn't respond on the super text line. I just respond to as many people as I can. But I get hammered every morning. I heard Donald Trump say that if we cut out the fraud, we could cut the debt in half. What the president actually said was deficit. And so... Our debt is $38 trillion, but our deficit, which is the difference between our income and our spending, basically, is $1.9 trillion. So the president was actually right because I heard debt. He said deficit. So I would be willing to bet that with the amount of fraud in our country, I'd be willing to bet it's over $2 trillion. What do you think? I think between what we found with Doge and what's happening at the state level, I think at least a couple $1 trillion. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still ongoing.
It's...
Right? Well, we're not going to close the door on this yet because it's still ongoing.
Which is funny considering that the governor of California tweeted out this morning that it's the most corrupt administration we've ever seen in the White House.
Shut up.
You mean Sparkle Barbie?
Sparkle Barbie.
I like the Patrick Bateman
doll
comparison. Yeah, Patrick Bateman, Sparkle Ken.
I think calling Gavin Newsom Sparkle Barbie is an insult to Sparkle Barbie. Because I think Sparkle Barbie is probably more manly than Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. And Barbie invites her friends to dinner and doesn't lock the state down and said, nope, only I can have people over.
You know, there is that too. This is a Minnesota conservative. You know, we always talk about how is it possible that Minnesota has so many liberals and people keep saying, well, there are conservatives there, but they keep voting in, these reprehensible governments. This has got some video here, Sam. This is one Minnesota conservative, a mom, and she's a little tired of all this.
So I work 80 to 90 hours a week. I put on 600 to 700 miles a week on my car. I work incredibly hard. Now, the media would have you believe that this entire state is a Democrat state and a socialist Democrat state. And I can tell you that there are millions of conservatives in this state. Now, I want you to ponder something. So a common question I get asked is, how do you guys keep electing these corrupt politicians into the Minnesota government? So ponder this. Billions of dollars worth of fraud here. And we're supposed to believe, our bad. It just slipped through my fingers. I didn't even know what was going on. And some might have went in my pocket, but we'll fix it. But our elections are completely honest.
Right? She's got a great point. So don't pay attention to the fact that, we've got all this fraud going on in the state, but don't pay attention to our elections. This goes, let me let her finish.
We are to be trusted 100% in this area. I truly believe this will be the next fraud that will come out in insane numbers. But can I tell you, I am tired. I feel utterly betrayed. And I am tired.
I get it. I mean, that's why I moved out of California. You look at what's going on in these states, and you look at the amount of fraud. Now, she's a Minnesotan, so she should be feeling betrayed. But it's not about Minnesota. It's not about California. As I've mentioned many times, this is federal taxpayer dollars that is being, given to the states, and the states give it to these, NGOs, and the money just disappears. And so there's so many people that are struggling right now, including, obviously, this Minnesota conservative, yet all of these Somalis, they're living large. They're making it rain. They got Hummers, and they got, houses and townhomes and vacation homes, and they're not doing anything. And if you dare call into question what's going on, well, then you're a racist, or you're anti-religious and you're anti-Muslim, as we heard from that one fine Minnesota man. And if we call into question the elections, then we're election deniers or insurrectionists, right? I mean, thankfully, most of us on our side, we could give a crap what you call us, because we know there's election fraud. We clearly know that there is financial fraud going on in especially all of these Democrat-run states. And so while all of us are struggling, while all of us are hoping to God that we are able to keep our jobs and make our mortgage payment and feed our families, you've got all of these people that have taken advantage of America's generosity to the point where it is ridiculous and it's fraudulent. And we've got the Democrats saying, if you have a problem with that, well, F you, you're obviously a racist. And so for, the American people like this woman here, you look at what is happening across America, and now they're taking the battle, the extreme left and the left, generally speaking, they're taking the battle to churches. There are people that are now saying that churches need to be infiltrated and attacked by these people on the left so that they can really try to drive their messages home. And I got to tell you that I really do hope that law enforcement and district, they won't happen, but they really start trying to go after these people who are trying to disrupt the church services. And so we were talking about the independents earlier, the all-important independents, and, what do these independents value and what are they outraged over? I hear more people snidely talking about, Greenland or, whatever it is, and they disagree over the verbiage that has been used by Donald Trump when he's talking about Greenland and taking over Greenland and so forth. They'll snidely talk about that, but they don't have jack to say about what the hell is going on in the streets of Minnesota. They'll defend to their dying breath what Renee Good did, trying to run over a police officer, and they'll defend her till their dying day. Yet they have nothing to say about what is going on the streets of Minnesota, Minneapolis. Even some people that pretend to be conservatives. It's stunning. And they're really not conservatives, but whatever. But I'm proud to be a conservative, and I'm proud by the fact that I am horrified by the things that most of you, are horrified over. And I'll talk about the fraud. I'll talk about the attacks on law enforcement. I'll talk about the stuff that really matters, like the attacks on now churches, where these belligerent, rampaging morons are now apparently going to be going in and disrupting even more church services. That's what outrages me. So, these people can snidely talk about, oh, Donald Trump, he knows that he wasn't going to use the military to take over Greenland. Okay. What Donald Trump should really be doing is using the military to get some law and order in Minneapolis and St. Paul. That's what the military really should be utilized for, by calling for the Insurrection Act. And then the people would be like, oh, well, why is he calling the Insurrection Act? Oh, that is so horrifying. Really, what's horrifying is actually what's happening in the streets of Minneapolis. So if Donald Trump is, again, losing independence over what is going on in his verbiage and what he said about Greenland, then you know what? That's what's going to happen. I choose to be horrified and outraged by the things that are really going on in Democrat-run cities and states all across the country, whether we're talking about the violence, whether we're talking about the fraud, whether we are talking about all of these illegal aliens that have come into our country and are literally murdering or killing Americans. That's what I choose to spend my time on. 0441 says this, Joan. If everyone who corrected Dan has to send the government $1 each time, it would close the second half of the deficit.
Wow.
You know what I said back to him? Fair. That's fair. Like this one, 9945. Dan, are you saying independence or independence?
Oh, with a D.
You see, this is what I go through every single morning.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Peanuts.
Ah, yes.
Every Peanuts book known to man.
Mm-hmm. You can't win for losing.
I really can't. I try so hard every single day, and every single day I find new and creative ways to shank. I would love a piece of that wood. That's exactly right.
Find new ways to Charlie Brown yourself.
That's right, Joan.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown myself. By the way, another guy, and I'm getting so many of these text messages this morning.
It's with love that they send them. Go ahead.
Sure. 1313 says, in regards to me not responding, I'd be PO'd every day because I never responded. I respond to as many people as I can.
It's hard. There are so many messages that come through.
Joan, were you here when I said one day, I'm going to go home and I'm going to respond to each and every super texter? I said that between 5 and 9 a.m., I was going to go home and I was going to respond to each and every one because we can log on at home.
Yeah. Did you do it?
I was there for like a couple of hours. Yeah. I mean, it's, but I love every single one of them. 1313, I know that you're a fan, sort of. So I appreciate that. 2805, I think 2805 is obviously one of my haters, and that's fine. I don't mind the haters. People have noticed that actually the haters get more of a response than the people who are fans. But I like the people that like me far more than the people that hate me. But sometimes the haters, I could just make more comedy out of the ones that are haters. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Damn straight we did.
That's exactly right.
See, now here's a guy who believes he's blocked even though he's not.
Rick?
Yeah.
Unless you're blocked like I am, but I keep sending them in just in case somebody sees them. I'll say hi to Rick. There you go. Hi, Rick. I just made Rick's year. Congratulations, Rick. You got a response. I'm totally kidding. Chris Hand has arrived in the studio. Chris, we got Stefano DiPietro. We're going to talk to him in just a second. But you were getting some hate because you said that, you were going to be late, 24, and all that kind of stuff. One guy said, I made it from Murfreesboro to Nashville in like 22 minutes.
Fake news.
He was flying.
Fake news.
What? He said that Chris Hand is slacking.
Yeah.
That's what he said. All right, Stefano DiPietro, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us this morning. And I know that, you are going crazy over there on at WSMV because, you're on is it basically every 10 minutes?
It's pretty often, and it just gets more often when we have something like this coming our way, whether it be severe weather or snow. It keeps us very, very busy.
All right, so couple of things. Number one, and we've been doing our best to, channel our inner DiPietro, but Joan can only do so much.
Yeah.
So let's get it from the actual meteorologist and tell us what is going to happen here in the next couple of days.
So it's very interesting because, you were talking about the black ice earlier this morning, and that kind of is a sign of what is to come this weekend. It's only around 32 degrees. The roads are very wet, and everything froze over almost immediately once the temperature dropped. So that makes this weekend much more of a concerning factor because it's not just snow like we talked about. Earlier this week there were, outrageous totals going around of we're getting 2 feet of snow in Nashville, 2 feet in Franklin, Murfreesboro. That's just, it wasn't really ever the case, but nonetheless, we're now shifting over to more of an icing threat for us.
So, and we still have the temperatures in the days following going to be, under 32, under freezing. Let me ask this question. When are we going to be able to drive on the roads again?
It's going to take quite a while. It's going to be interesting because the roads are going to flash freeze multiple times.
Yep.
And once temperatures drop below 20 degrees, I think we talked about this yesterday a little bit, we drop those temperatures down into below 20 degrees, you get salt and brine solutions that stop working, and there may even be some areas that briefly change over to rain on Saturday. So that means that road crews wouldn't even have a chance to get out to salt roads because rain just washes all of that away. And then as the cold air comes back in, everything just refreezes before they have a chance to salt anything. So it's almost a losing battle in some cases. So maybe by Tuesday we have some better road conditions, but it's really going to be rough through the first half of next week.
Go ahead, Joan.
Stefano, we talked about the American and European models, and it sounds like they're coming together more now. And what does that tell you about the forecast?
It tells me that, it's getting more confident, that we're seeing a shift that is significantly more on board with what we were thinking earlier in the week. So we kind of knew that there was warmer air lurking. We knew it would try to leak into the mid-state. And now that the models are starting to come together, it just increases the confidence in that forecast. And it gives us a better picture of, what exactly we're talking about. I had a lot of questions yesterday about what the difference between these models are. And the simplest answer is they have different algorithms and mathematical formulas in them. One may focus a little bit more on the humidity, one may focus a little bit more on the pressure, but it's just putting out different outcomes based on those algorithms. They're not perfect. They're never probably going to be completely perfect because everything has flaws. So the difference is now, because they're coming together, it's painting a better picture. We're getting a better look.
Do you feel you owe the children of Middle Tennessee a personal apology now that the sledding forecast looks a little bit more grim?
Listen, let me explain something here. The overhype of the 1.5 to 2 feet of snow absolutely, I think, just put too many people in an excitement mode. That's why we never actually released snowfall totals here. We knew it was going to change. Absolutely, it's heartbreaking for the kids. Whether we did it or not, I do apologize that, there's going to be people that aren't going to be able to take out their sleds. Now, you can sled on ice if you want. I don't advise that because most people will be slipping and sliding regardless, but either way, this still causes a lot of problems.
Are you familiar with the conspiracy theories online that this is all about big grocery trying to move some product off the shelves?
You know what's so interesting? We're actually doing a story today about that, why buying bread, milk, and eggs is such a big thing. And it actually goes back to a blizzard in, I think, the 1970s that happened in New England. And that's all they really had at their grocery stores. And people were trying to stock up on the bare essentials. And back then, that was the bare essentials. They didn't have as many snack foods as we have today. They didn't have as many options. So that's kind of why that started. And it just never broke from there. It just became a thing ever since then. And every time it snows, this happens.
All right. So, Stefano, in your home, what is the bare essentials? What are you hoarding in the DiPietro household?
Oh, right now, we have a lot of pasta. I'm sure you're going to be shocked with that one. We have a lot of pasta.
What, Mr. DiPietro? Seriously?
Yeah, who'd have thought? We have spaghetti. We have chicken to make chicken parm. We have a lot of soup too.
Do you have the elbow pasta? Elbow pasta is critical in my house for whatever reason.
We go farfalle, penne, angel hair, thin spaghetti, sometimes linguine.
Clearly, you're not worried about carbs in your house.
Have you seen the new food pyramid, Stefano? Because I feel like you're upside down on this thing.
Well, you know what? We buy the protein pasta, so that kind of helps.
Oh, there you go. All right, card games or board games?
That's a rough one. Card games.
Yeah.
Which one?
Now we love playing Uno.
There
we
you
play
go.
Monopoly, but we also, we found another Uno game that's called Uno. It's something like Uno the Revenge.
Yep.
Or,
I played it.
And it's, there's draw tens, and if you put down a 0, you can change card decks with anybody that you want. Like it's
wow.
It's
Okay,
great.
so I'm gonna ask you a very controversial question, Stefano.
Okay.
Classic Uno or all of these, Uno offshoots like Uno's Revenge and all that stuff? I'm a classic Uno kind of guy.
No, classic Uno is the way to go,
Yeah.
for sure. Classic Uno is just so much fun. It always has been. Now, here's a question for you. Can you stack draw twos on top of each other?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Not according to the rules, you can.
About to say, not according to the official creator.
I was going to say it depends on if I'm playing with my wife or my daughter.
Or if it's your turn or not.
Because, yeah, exactly, Joan. Because my wife, she tends to be like a stickler for the rules. And me and my daughter, who one of my great memories of her growing up is she and I playing Uno. We can be a little loosey-goosey with the rules at times. And so, it just kind of depends on who you're playing with. But, I'm a big Uno fan. Monopoly, you're right. That takes forever. Does anybody here play Aggravation?
No.
Oh.
Stefano?
No, I have not. I may have a long time ago, but it's been so long since
We
I
found
have.
a new card game that I just love. It's called Flip 7. If you can find it, get it. It's so much fun.
We got our hands on that.
Yeah.
You should look into,
That's good.
You should look into Monopoly Go, too. It's a card game for Monopoly. It's a lot faster, and you can actually win.
I play often Flip Middle Finger.
Oh.
And it's
not very nice, Dan, with your family.
You know what?
and
I
all.
thought that was funny. Whatever. All right. You guys asked the questions then.
If you guys, before I have to go, if you want to know kind of how this is going to play out,
Yes.
so we should start with snow Saturday morning.
For everybody,
there may be
even
some-
south?
South is probably going to start a little bit more of a mix. There will be snow in there, but I think it's also going to mix with sleet and maybe even some freezing rain. So that's kind of the issue with that south. So we should start with snow along and north of I-40. Then the mixing starts. The warmer air moves in as we go through our Saturday afternoon and evening. Where there's still some uncertainty is to how far north that mixing goes. If you can get north of I-40, it wipes out snow totals across Middle Tennessee. If it stalls at I-40, you get more snow to the north, less snow to the south. I think a lot of areas that are along and south of I-40 should be concerned about that icy mix. There could be some rain like we talked about south of I-40, but that's not going to do much because it'll just flash freeze. North of 40, most likely where we'll see the highest snowfall totals, and it really looks like that, if we get up to a quarter of an inch of ice in some spots, which is a real possibility, you're talking power outages, down tree limbs, and just really tough road traffic.
Now, Stefano, do you have to be at a hotel across the street from the television station?
I live close enough that I think I'll be able to get here and back, but they have opened up hotels for us. They've gotten us rooms so that we can all be close and come in if need be.
Nice, because our company doesn't. Can we come stay with you guys? I'm totally kidding. Whatever. Moving right along. All right, Stefano, thank you as always.
Thanks,
and
Stefano.
Hopefully we'll be able to talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome, guys. Thanks.
See, I thought the flip middle finger was a funny joke.
See, I had one, but I had to make sure you got that number for your ride in on Monday.
Oh.
You were talking about aggravation. Then when we play that game, I was going to be like, yeah, every morning at 5.
I thought the same thing. I was going to say, judging by the text line, you just got to listen to Mandis in the morning.
Whatever. Do you know what? So there's going to be a prediction. This is my prediction, since we're all doing predictions with the weather. I predict that I will get fired before they get me a Mandis in the morning jingle. Because I've been asking for like 5 years.
So we can do our own, like the four of us.
Yeah.
Maybe even, throw in Matt.
Oh, we could all
sing
just
deep, right?
You know what?
We'll make our own and we'll sing it.
Next time all of us are in the station, we'll just go ahead and roll tape and we'll all just sing Mandis in the morning. And that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We're recording the podcast this afternoon. Me, you, and
Oh,
Murph.
there you go.
Maybe we
Sure.
we drop some rhymes.
I'm sure that'll be fascinating for everyone.
We could do like a little cipher.
A little what?
A cipher.
What is a
Where
cipher?
we take turns freestyling.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
We should do it.
No.
We should have a WTN rap
Yes.
battle where we all
Wouldn't that be
write diss tracks on each other.
Diss tracks on each other?
We should.
You have to hire somebody to help you, Dan, because you're.
He'll just use AI.
Yeah, use AI. There you go.
I too would probably use AI.
You know what the problem the problem is that like there's so much to diss me on that like my diss tracks against me would be like Stairway to Heaven. It'd be just like really long. Or Freebird.
My knobs.
It would be like Freebird. That's
Okay.
exactly right. What did you pull? Touch a knobs? Touch my knobs. Touch my knobs. They pulled that today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Touch my knobs.
We should do that. That would actually be fun. We should do that for like instead of March Madness, we should have rap battles.
Can somebody rap for me? Like, can I have?
No,
We should-
you have to do it.
We can do audience participation.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Audience
yeah.
participation. Have
Yeah.
people come on.
Everybody's got to do it. The hosts, the producers.
Who do you think would be the best rapper? Brian Wilson has to do it too.
I think low key, Ken Weaver would come in and bust some rhymes.
Do you know what? Ken Weaver would. Weaves would absolutely kick butt on a rap
would.
rhyme battle.
Call him Slim Weaver.
Slim Weaves.
Weaver.
No, I think Slim Weaves. Right?
Slim Weaves,
I like
yeah,
it.
okay.
I like
Okay.
it.
What would
Yeah.
Jones' rap name be?
I think it's just Philly Joan.
Philly Jones?
Okay.
It's just Philly Joan.
Okay. And what's yours?
I don't have any idea.
It's only worked in hip hop for how long?
I know,
I was going
right?
to say, aren't you supposed to be like the hip guy?
Yeah, but I got into hip hop radio when I realized I couldn't rap. It was like that was my in.
Was that your
Yeah,
end?
that was. Turns out I'm a little too white. Don't have the coordination or the singing and the rapping, so I'll produce it instead.
TB says, man to show audience Aggravation Nation.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
You should run with that.
Aggravation Nation?
Yeah, that should be your fan club.
So, it'd be like one person and it would be me. I'm my own fan club. Hey, let's have a meeting.
It's just you and the Marconi. It's just
I surround myself with me, the Marconi, the PD of the Year thing I got many years ago, and it's just all of us,
some
that's
in
it.
and out.
Some
In and out will be provided at all the meetings.
Oh, man. All right. Anyway.
And Animal Style would be banned.
By the way, so just so we're clear, I am openly asking for someone to drive me into the radio station on Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning.
Okay.
So
For me to ride you like you've never been ridden.
Oh, brother.
So a guy named
I don't think it's that kind of ride.
a guy named Rodney sent a picture.
What
Of
did,
his-
did he say? Ass, cash, or grass? Nobody rides for free. Is that what he said?
You're gonna have to explain the reference. I don't get it.
You don't know
get
what that means?
You don't get the reference?
No. What is it, Dan?
Ass, cash, or grass? Nobody rides for free.
No.
You've never heard that.
No. What is it?
Oldest person here.
No.
Never heard it?
No. Joan apparently knows what it is. What is it?
It was like a famous bumper sticker from the 90s for hitchhikers.
No, I didn't know that.
Like you got to pony
gotta pay up.
You
You
got
have
to
to
pony
pay
up
up
with one
somehow.
of the three.
Ass, cash, or grass?
Nobody
Yeah.
rides for free.
My grass is dead in my front yard. I can just pull some of that.
Just give him some of your gummies.
Joan, I'm going to run out of gummies over the weekend.
He's very covetous. I was trying to get his spots out of his backpack one day, and he goes, "Did you touch my stuff?"
Was it bad that I was thinking about asking Stefano what would keep you warmer in the weather? Is it going to be alcohol or edibles? I decided not to.
That's a good.
I think we need to ask Sam because he's the resident on all of that stuff. What's going to keep you warmer, edibles or alcohol?
The bourbon.
The bourbon?
You're going to want a liquor over 90 proof. It will help circulate blood to the extremities.
That he knows this is kind of concerning.
Okay, I know this because I read Call of the Wild and other historical, books when it comes to being out in the winter weather and that's like a common practice.
Back in my drinking days, during snowstorms, the best was hot chocolate with some Baileys and some peppermint schnapps.
Is it wrong that I started giggling when he said extremities?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. Whatever. Every Peanuts book known to man. All righty. Hey, by the way, do you know what the engineering staff did as a big F you to the host?
What did they do?
My little knobs that I'm always touching, they're gone.
You can't twist.
I can't do
He can't twist his knobs anymore.
Clip it. And for people to solely listen to the radio, there was two little screws on the side of the microphone. I would always, sort of twist the screws because I never know what to do with my hands. And so now they're not here anymore. So I don't have anything to screw.
You don't have anything to break.
It's like high school again.
Does anybody else feel like today should be Friday?
Yes.
That productivity in this city is going to dip to an all-time low tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'll be here. You'll be here. You're going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, oh yeah.
After this show, I'm not sure.
Monday is going to be a really big no productivity day.
I don't think either of us up the productivity in the city tomorrow, though, by being at work.
No, I really don't. All right, very good. 8:55. Joan was coming up.
We have the weather story with Stefano, of course. Also, some must-see TV that's happening this morning. And the U.S. officially exits a global organization. That's at 9 o'clock on Super Talk 99.7.
Must-see TV
Yes?
is Chris Hand coming up at 9.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
There you go.
There's that, too.
Super Talk TV. What do you got, Chris, real quick?
I'm wearing a nice shirt for the YouTube audience.
Okay.
So something exciting.
Mm-hmm. You look like Mr.
At.
Rogers. It's like buttoned all the way up to your Adam's apple.
No, it's not. Get out of here.
Got your kids.
Dan likes to show off the chest hair. He's one of those guys.
I'm actually very much not one of those guys.
We'll talk about Trump at Davos. We'll talk about the Greenland deal. And J.D. Vance heads to Minneapolis as ICE continues to battle radical leftists.
Stay tuned.